show, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Conference Championship Week 15 college football. We are getting at the thick of things. I can't believe it's almost over. Felt like last week that we were setting up at the bar for the first time. And now, seems it's almost done. Shout out to our sponsors, K2 Hydration, K2HydrationWater.com. For all your hydration needs, all your sports needs. The Better app, download the app, use promo code NOTBROKE, get your free $10 to $200 on your money back, on your bets. Guys, let's jump right into it. We got UNLV versus Boise State, a rematch from earlier in the year where Boise steamrolled them 56-31. Line is Boise minus 5.5. The over under is 59.5. What are your thoughts?
Line's 5.5.
On the ESPN, it's 5.5. I'm seeing here 3.5. So let's call it 4.5.
Oh my God!
Right in the middle.
4 points.
It's moving a lot. Nico, what are your thoughts?
Wow. Go to Lewis because now I was off. I had to play it. Now I second guessing it. Go to Lewis.
Lewis, what do you got? Can't hear you.
All right, in the Boise State UNLV game, this is the third rematch in a row, I believe. Boise State steamrolls UNLV every time they play them. This line is very weird, minus 5.5. They seem like they're not confident in Boise State. And I think UNLV has they're gonna give it everything they have this week to finally beat them. I think Boise State, if I'm not mistaken, has beat them 10 games in a row.
Dude, yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking at it right now. Going back.
So yeah, beating them 10 games in a row, that's crazy. Give me UNLV plus 5.5. Give me UNLV money line. I think UNLV can pull this win outright. Boise State's not the same team they were, and Boise State's quarterback is coming back, if I'm not mistaken. So the same quarterback that beat UNLV at the beginning of the season, that they crushed them by like 30 points, he's coming back, and the line's only 5.5 points.
Yeah.
Super weird. Give me UNLV plus 5.5.
I will say the line, from what I'm reading here, the line opened up 1.5, and it has gotten shot up to 5.5, which is crazy to me because when that line comes out initially, I would have screamed UNLV, especially after they get steamrolled by 30 earlier in the season, especially that the Boise is at home on the blue turf. Now that the line is, 5.5, and it's been, now it's definitely too late to take Boise. You can't take Boise at this point. For me, it would be UNLV or nothing. Maybe buy it up to 7. If it keeps going the way that it's going, maybe it gets up to 6, and then you could just buy a point. But I really don't have a play here, but I would take the points with UNLV. I think you have value there for sure.
I have a play.
Nico, are you gonna comment?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do some last-minute research on this game. So what Lewis said is why the line jumped 4 points. Obviously, if the starting quarterback's coming back. That's also why the over jumped 3 points. Also, and Boise in their last 3 games have scored since the QB's been out 25. Ignore the 49. That was an anomaly. Then they scored only 7 at San Diego and 7 at Fresno State. but the over keeps on going up, and only 24 at Nevada. So give me the over 59.5 points, and that'll be a play for me. The side, I'm not too confident on. Like you said, I don't think you could play Boise at this point in the line. So I think it has to be UNLV if you're going to play a side. But I like the total here, over 59.5.
All right. Sounds good. So let's jump into the next game, which it seems like the winner of this game is going to be in the college football playoff. We have North Texas, who's been a wagon for us, against Tulane in the American Championship. Line is North Texas minus 2.5. Over under is 66.5. Hey, Nico, I'll start with you.
All right. I guess I'll be the contrarian here because I know where both of you guys are going. Give me the better quarterback. So initially, I was going to ride the wave, figuratively and literally. The green wave, Tulane, get it? Ha,
yeah,
dad joke, not at all, whatever. But we have a clause here. They're both going to have interim coaches coaching. So it cancels out the initial clause. Because of North Texas, and I think the quarterback stability is just better. I think North Texas have been in those dogfights. UNLV, I saw them drop to UTSA. I understand it's on Thursday night, but you can't be dropping games to UTSA, man. Give me North Texas money line.
All right. Lou?
Yeah, I think I'm with Nico here. North Texas money line.
I thought you were going to be on the other side.
The thing I don't like is the 66.5. I think it's too many points, and I think they're trying to bait people in that over. Normally, this game is an over game, but I think to get them into the playoffs, we're gonna get an under. Give me under 66.5.
I actually like that, and I agree with you. I'm looking at North Texas's last 6 games, and it's 55. This is just North Texas, not both teams. North Texas 55, 54, 31, 53, 56, 52. Oh, I'm sorry. That was South Florida scored 63 on them. Mm-hmm. So these guys, they score 50 points at will. I'm going to take Tulane. I'm going to take them plus the 3. I took them earlier in the week. Line's at 2.5. I'm going to stick with my guns. I like the Tulane play. Good thing is that we both can win. Hopefully North Texas wins by 1 or 2. and we'll all 3 of us will win. But I like the under. I think 66 for a championship game is a lot.
That's crazy.
Even though North Texas, I know, but North Texas is scoring 50-something at will. So something's got to happen here. So I'm with you guys. I'm gonna take the under, and I will be against you guys and take Tulane plus the 3. All right, let's move on to the last game of the night. Troy at JMU. JMU minus 23.5. Over under is 46.5. Luke, let's start with you.
I know this game has playoff implications. They could potentially get in if Duke wins. So JMU has to show out. I think that's what the public is betting on, though, that this team can potentially get in. But that 24.5 is a lot.
Yeah.
Troy, I think they're terrible. That's why they're 12 plus. They're plus 1,200 today. Yeah. So you know what? Give me JMU minus 23.5.
Wait, what? You just okay?
I know.
Yeah.
He just decided that right on the spot.
Yeah, I just talked myself into that. Troy is that bad. So that 24 points is a lot in a championship game. And I'm like, why is it so many points? They're that bad. Yeah, give me the 24 points. Give me JMU minus 24.
All right. Jeez. Nico.
I'm with Lou, man. I don't think I'll have a play here, to be honest with you. But I think if I had to lean, to be honest with you, I like whatever. Let me see if it's out. I would sway James Madison team total over. They're just a wagon.
I was actually just gonna look at that right now.
Let's see, football, and then we got team total over 35. Yeah, I like the team total over 35 points. You could push at 35. It's a solid 35, and if anything, James Madison kills them because the spread is indicative of that. But funny enough, no, it's a 20. So here it has Troy over 10.5 as a team total and JMU 35. So the spread has it at 24.5 also.
I actually like that team total over 10.5 for Troy. I think Troy could get a touchdown and a couple touchdowns, and a couple field goals.
It would be a touchdown and a garbage time one.
Troy has really good losses. They lost to Clemson at Clemson 27-16. That was the game that they were up 16-0 or 16-3, something like that. They lost at Memphis 28-7 the week after. Then they won 6 or 7 games in a row, or 6 games in a row, and then they lost. They got killed by Old Dominion. That's a bad team, but I think they can hang around. I mean, I don't have a play in it. I would probably take
time, like, just to play devil's advocate for a little bit here. Could JMU just also be looking at this like, hey, look, we don't need to do anything crazy. We just need to win and hope everything else falls in our favor?
No, I can see that. I think they need to show out as well, because if
you think,
if this game, so if Duke wins, they need to look impressive to not look like clowns going into this playoff.
Yeah, it makes sense. I actually agree with that. I think they definitely have to pedal to the metal and have to show out, so that if Duke does win, they would be the second power G5 conference champ to go in there. So, all right, we'll see what's up. Let's move on to Saturday. We got 12 o'clock. We got BYU, Texas Tech. Big implications for Miami, in my opinion. Texas Tech is a 12.5 point favorite. Over under is 49.5. Nico, your thoughts?
I don't think it's big implications for Miami, for the sole reason that it's going to be a massacre in Jerry's world. I think BYU the whole season we've been fading them. The trend continues, at least for me. I'm going to be taking Texas Tech minus the 12. I just think they're a better football team. I think BYU understands that they have everything to play for. And I think at the same time, Texas Tech understands they need to win this game to get a bye. So for all those reasons, that defense is going to show out. It's pretty much a home game for Texas Tech also, because it's in Dallas. So Lubbock's only a 2.5-hour drive. It's right there. I don't trust BYU at all, and I trust the team that's rolling right now. It's blowing everybody out by 40-something points every game.
Lou?
All right. Texas Tech, BYU, this game has the same exact lines it had the first time.
Well, it got up to 13.5. It got 13 up to 13.5.
So Texas Tech, okay, what I'm trying to show is Texas Tech was the favorite by less than 2 touchdowns. The over-under was 49 as well, right? What happened in this game? Texas Tech blew out BYU, all right?
29-7.
29-7. Texas Tech and BYU hit the under. Vegas comes out with these lines, and they don't make any adjustments. They're like, all right, we're not going to lower the under. We're going to keep it at 49. That's 7 touchdowns. That's a shit ton of points. You guys scored 35. So you're 2 touchdowns short. And then BYU killed them by more than 14. Let's leave it at 12. All right. So I think everybody's going on the same play that happened last time they played. Texas Tech crushing them, the under happening. All right?
Yeah.
To me, I'm going opposite of that. I'm going, give me BYU plus 13. It's hard to beat a team twice and to crush them twice like that. I think BYU is fighting for a playoff spot if they win, so they're going to go hard, even if they can't compete with this team. And I think the points are going to fly in this game. BYU is not going to shut down to 7 points like they did last time. So give me BYU plus 13 and give me the over 49.
So I'm actually, I actually love taking teams on revenge spots, which is why, I kind of convinced myself to I'll probably take UNLV tonight, especially that they got crushed by Boise. And that line is only 5.5. I understand where Lou's coming from. This was a home game for Texas Tech, and that line was 12.5. Now it's a neutral site. You're right what you're saying in the sense that it's a 2-hour drive from Texas Tech, but at the end of the day, it's a neutral site, and you're getting the same line. That line should be lower, in my opinion, because if it's a neutral site, it's at least 3 points.
3 points.
You're not, yeah. So on a revenge spot, I don't think BYU can handle Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is going to beat them, but I think BYU keeps it close enough that they cover the 13. I also like the over, just because of what Lou stated. It makes perfect sense. I'm actually going to check right now what is BYU's team total, because I would assume that it's not that much, and I can't find it. Oh yeah,
those don't come up to
like
17. Team total is 17. I will probably be on the team total over 17. I think they could easily get 14 in the first half. I could see, 24-14, 21-14 first half score. I'm going to probably take the over. My lean is better on the over than it is on BYU, if that makes sense.
But one thing I will say, like we always talk about it here, is if you're going to bet a dog, why are you going to play the over then?
I agree, which is why after talking about it, after seeing the line, after looking at BYU's team total, I am definitely probably going to have a play on the over 49.
The only reason I would say that the line makes sense to take the dog and the over is because you think that they're going to put up points. So BYU last time put up 7 points, and that line is still 49. So that line being 49, they're saying, hey, BYU ain't going to get shut down like they got shut down last time.
I'm with you on the over.
So I think that the other team has to come out and put up points. So it's 17, right? So let me put together. This is we bet on Hard Rock here in Florida, a 3-game parlay. Over 49, BYU plus 13, BYU over 17 points. 3-game parlay.
I love it.
Is what I would go with.
I like it.
I think it's a 10-point game at max.
I'd probably buy it to 14.5 just to get a little safer on the parlay. On the parlay. And if anything, you could maybe, because 49 isn't really a number that it could fall on, 27-24 or 24-31. Like, so I would even take off juice and put the over at 50 or 50.5. You get me? To outweigh you get what I'm saying, right? To outweigh the
20, 21, no field
28, 21 is 49 exactly.
All right, you're right. Leave it at 49. All right, next game. Big game. Georgia not at Alabama, but Georgia-Alabama SEC Championship rematch. Alabama beat Georgia the first match at Georgia, 24-21. This time around, Georgia is a 2.5-point favorite, and the total is 48.5. Nico, on you, buddy.
I'm in a hard spot. So
I know.
I love Bama first. That's the first thing. I love Bama, everything they're about. I love Ty Simpson, etc. I also like teams on a revenge spot. I like it more in college basketball, but I still like it in college football. The third thing is the fact that I have a future on Georgia preseason to win the SEC. So I have Georgia pretty much at plus 300 for this game. It's 150, 465. So I have them at pretty much plus 300 money line for the game. This is the other thing I found interesting before we get into the actual game. One of my buddies is on FanDuel. I think that's what Fanatic. That's what they use up in the Northeast, in the Mid-Atlantic. Bama to make the playoffs this year, yes, is minus 1,600. No is plus 820 on Fanatic. I think that's very weird. You're the dog, but you have a minus 1,600 shot to make the playoffs with a 3-loss SEC team if you lose.
I mean,
that is really, really weird to me.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate why on this next.
If you throw $20 on them, let's say you just put it on no, right? Like you have if you're gonna play Georgia, might as well go if you're not from here, and you could play no on Alabama to miss the playoffs. That's 20 to win 100, 160, 10 to win $820. Like that's you're getting great value there, to me. So I'm just talking through different dynamics of this game. On the actual game, I think it landed 24-21 last time, Georgia-Bama, or is that wrong?
24-21 Bama.
24-21.
And the line's 47.5. Okay. I like the over. This will be a running back from 2. What is it? Yeah, same thing there.
Hard Rock has to reach the playoff. Alabama, yes, minus 1,000. No, plus 600.
So it went down. Okay.
All right. I actually think
this will be a running back spot from 2 years ago when Doug and I were together on the over. I like over 47.5. Buy it down to 47. Okay. And I like Georgia on money line.
All right. If I were you, I'll be honest with you. If I were you, I'd probably put $100 on Alabama money line just to hedge your future bet.
I'll be putting 120 on the money line. But my play in the game is going to be double down with Georgia.
I'm with you. I'm taking Georgia. Georgia lost at home. Their only losses to Bama. I think if they win, they could finish as a 2 seed. I do think, though, if Bama loses, I think they still get in. Based on the way the committee is working, and there's no way they leave Bama out. Because now what you're saying is that if you make your conference championship, we're gonna penalize you for losing it. Unfortunately, I think that Bama gets in with 3 losses. So, anyways, Lou, talk to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that because you're gonna benefit. You have to kind of do something about it because then you have a team like Notre Dame that's independent. That you're gonna be like, hey, pick a conference. You guys are not in a conference, so you don't even have a chance to lose a title game. And that's kind of the predicament that they're in right now. What I do see happening though is if Georgia steamrolls Alabama, they're out.
If they steamroll them, yes. If it's a close game,
if they steamroll them, they're out. And you're gonna have to give up that spot to someone else, even if they were in that championship. Which kind of will give a scapegoat to the committee on like that 10th team coming in. So if it's that Miami, Notre Dame, that they have to decide between one of them. Hey, Bama got crushed by Georgia right now. They're out. They have 3 losses. Let's put these 2 people in so we don't hear this from anybody. So I think that's what's going to happen. Same thing if Duke wins. Like, all right, now you have 2 Power 5 G5 schools in. We need to put someone else in that has a better record. Something like that. So I think Georgia has to cut for Alabama to be out. So that's why I'm on Georgia as well. Give me Georgia -3. Georgia even -7. I think they're going to crush them. I think they're tired of Bama finally beating them. And I think Georgia's going to crush them. I hate to say it, Nico, but when your team has beaten you so many times in a row.
No, I'm with you. I get you. It's just like this is so like my heart like wants Bama to win. Me being like a Bama bandwagon fan and a Bama like Ty Simpson lover. Like obviously my money's tied into Georgia plus the Canes, etc. Mm-hmm. Georgia is the hottest team in college football right now. Them and Texas Tech. So I think it's very hard when you're betting against a team at the right time. Like look at a couple years ago, that Michigan team, right? They got hot at the right time. Steamrolled everybody, covered every spread, etc. So, I mean, it's tough betting against them, but I do think this game does go over. That's where I think the play is in this game because it's the point. The total is 3 points higher than what it was closing at. I mean, that the game finished at last time. It's 27-20, super obtainable. I think the over at worst is going to be a push here at 27-20.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
last time that Georgia beat Alabama, it wasn't close. It was a 15-point game. All the other times,
Carson Beck actually.
Carson Beck. Actually, so all the other times that Bama has won, they've kept it close, and Bama has had the edge. When Georgia has won, they've blown them out. So
Yeah.
Georgia either crushes them, they're in a great state of mind, and they're winning, but they don't win the close game against Alabama. They win a blowout. So give me that spread, the alternative spread as well.
So just to let you guys know, in that Georgia-Alabama game in the beginning of the year, the score was 24-14 at the half. Just to remind you guys. They scored 7 points in the second half. 7 points. And it was Bama in the third quarter. No one scored in the
there.
fourth quarter.
Georgia turned into the Cardiac Kids.
Why?
Because then Georgia had that crazy comeback against Tennessee. Then they had that crazy comeback.
Oh, okay. I'm
Like-
talking about the Alabama-Georgia game, and you're going to go off topic.
That's what I'm saying. From there,
I'm
Georgia-
trying to see what that line was. Does anybody remember what that line was?
Over 53.5, and the line was Bama plus 2.5.
Okay.
It was in Georgia also.
So yeah.
It was in Georgia.
So the same line, you're getting the same line at a neutral site, even though it's blocks away from Georgia because it's in Atlanta, no?
Yes, it's in Mercedes.
You had 38 points at the half, and it finished at 45. That should have ended over. I like the over in this game, but my bigger play, unlike the BYU Texas Tech game, is going to be a side, and I am going to take Georgia. That will be a play. That'll probably be my play of the day. I love Georgia on this revenge spot. I think Georgia's a better team, if I'm being honest. They looked the part, like Nico said. I think that's one of the hottest teams. Obviously, you have Ohio State too, but I think they crush. So
now, just from a game perspective, I know we're talking about lines, but do you think this game comes down to the second half again, or do you think it comes down to the quarterback play between these two guys?
I mean, I always think it's always going to come down to quarterback play. I mean, unless you're in a pure blowout. But I actually think it's which defense is going to step up more. I think that Georgia's the better defense than Alabama, if I'm being completely honest. So that's why I'll probably take Georgia. I think they could stop Alabama more than Alabama could stop Georgia.
I agree.
So,
as it is right now, at least.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. I'm going to leave this game last because why would I leave Duke and Virginia last? So let's talk about the ACC championship, which probably nobody's going to watch. Duke and Virginia. Virginia is a 4-point favorite. Over under is 57.5. They played a couple weeks ago, and Virginia steamrolled Duke 34-17. I'm going to start off. So I was on Duke that game. I remember Lewis was on Virginia. I had a horrible line. I had taken Duke -5, and I think it closed at Duke -3. And I think that's what Lewis took, Virginia +3. Obviously, we were banking on Chandler Morris not playing, and obviously he ended up playing, and they steamrolled Duke at Duke. Now, fast forward 2 weeks, playing at a neutral site, line opens up only 2.5, gets bet up to 4. I got to take Duke here, just on a run it back, just on a double down Della, whatever you want to call it. I have to take Duke here plus the 4. Do I think Virginia's a better team? Yes, but they played 2 weeks ago. Duke got steamrolled. So give me Duke plus the 4. Lewis.
All right. There's no way. We talk about in sports, games are rigged. You just got to be on the right side of them. I don't care what anybody says. All right, so we agree with it, right? And people are like, "Oh, why do you guys bet if things are rigged? If people, they're gonna tell you who's gonna win, how things are gonna play out, etc." This is exactly why. You just have to be on the right side of those things. Um, there is
So
no
tell us,
way.
Lou, which is the right side?
There is no way that this committee is gonna deal with two G5s getting into this playoff and embarrassing the 12 game system that they have. That if this scenario comes out that the ACC champion is 7-5, can't get in, you're gonna have a JMU get into the playoff. Duke right now would steamroll JMU by 20 points, even if they're 7-5. How I feel about the
They
G5.
beat him.
They beat them.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
And they're gonna get
Honestly,
JMU gets in this playoff. They're a 20-point underdog to whoever they face, anybody who they face.
you're absolutely right.
Right. So how do you get away from this? The committee's already dealing with the Miami Notre Dame situation. They're going to be dealing with Alabama at 3 losses. Do you think they want to deal with now having to put in, having to put in 2 G5s in this? No. They're going to need Virginia to win at whatever costs. So you're going to see some iffy calls. You're going to see some no calls. You're going to see a bunch of stuff happen that Virginia is going to win this game. Give me Virginia minus. I'm going to buy it to 3. Virginia minus 3. Virginia money line. There's no way they lose this game.
Nico.
Damn. Those are all good points, Lou. I like where your head's at. Give me Duke money line. I just don't. I understand the line's moving now, which is indicative. Like people slam Virginia, but I still don't think this line should have never opened up 2.5. You're playing a 7-5 team. I understand it's neutral, so if it was at Virginia, I'd probably be at 6 more or less, which I would love Duke even more in that spot. But I think this line should have opened up more. I think the total should have opened up more also, believe it or not.
The total hasn't moved. It stayed at 57.5.
That's weird to me. And if I play a total, it's going to be the under here. And this other thing, just in a football perspective, I understand everything you're saying, Lou, about it being rigged and the whole 9. Duke went into the week not knowing if to prep for Chandler Morris or not. And that's a big deal.
That's a great point.
If Manny Diaz gets a full week of prep, I think, and I know for a fact that he's a good DC. Like, you could say what he wants as a head coach. He's always been a great DC everywhere he's been. I think they're going to have a very good game plan for him. The safe play is Duke +4, but give me Duke money line.
Okay.
Like it.
I'm solely on Duke just because I got crushed the last time they played, and I want to run it back. That's my expertise take on it. So I'm gonna be on Duke +4, but everything that Lou said is very enticing. So we will see how much pool the committee has. All right, let's go to the game of the day. Number 1 versus number 2. The last 2 undefeated teams standing. We have Indiana. We have Ohio State. Indiana is a 4-point underdog to Ohio State. The over-under is 47.5. Line opened up. Ohio State minus 5.5 has been bet down to -4. Nico, I know what you're doing, but
let me go last.
All right.
Speech.
I'll go first. That's fine. So when everyone saw this in the Big Ten coming probably 6 weeks ago, we kept talking about it. I'm sure there's a lot of tape on it. What Ohio State Indiana line would be. What do we think? I thought the line would open around 6. I always thought it would be under 7. I didn't think it would be 3, so I always kind of thought it was 6. Lines opens up at 5.5. Immediately gets bet down to 4. I can't, and I'm not a favorites player, but I have to take Ohio State minus the 4. I would probably buy it down to 3 and -3, -140, or -3, -130. I just think Ohio State is too quick, east to west, too big north to south, and I just think they're just athletically much better than Indiana. I would give the coaching nod to Indiana. Ryan Day's a good coach, but I love Indiana's coach. I'm gonna take Ohio State -3, -3.5, -4. I just think that it's too small of a number. I have when you got the best team in the nation and you're only laying 4, I gotta take it. Lou. All right, Lou's out. Nico.
I want Lou to be the contrarian here so I could.
I know. We all know he's fading. We all know he's gonna fade.
His player of the year might be Indiana, actually.
I don't know. That line seems short to me, man. That's either a good thing or a bad thing.
But, I don't know if it's. Do you know if it's sharp money or public money that went on Indiana early?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's the first thing I was curious about. The second thing, I think Ohio State feels disrespected right now. As crazy a statement as that is. Sand was second team All Big Ten. Both the receivers got first team. They only had one lineman make. They had no lineman actually make first team All Big Ten. Caden Curry, their starting DN, made second team All Big Ten. None of the corners, Matthews or Noah Mbagwe, made first team All Big Ten. I just don't like and I know Ohio State plays for this stuff, man. Like Julian Sand makes second team All Big Ten, but is the Heisman front runner right now? When I checked ESPN bet yesterday, he's the Heisman front runner right now. What is that?
Yeah,
they have to make a statement. They're playing for the Heisman. They're playing for the national championship. They're playing for one of the greatest seasons in college football history. Give me Jeremiah Smith. Give me everything they're about. -3, whatever you want. I don't care. This might be a 3-touchdown game.
Whoa.
If you want a super crazy line for this game, and I know you can't find it anywhere, you play Ohio State -9.5, and you play the team total over, and you'll be good.
All right. Well said, sir. I have to side with you. I really think that Ohio State is the team to beat there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Their team total is 26.5.
They scored 28 points, by the way.
I could see that they scored 28 points. That means Indiana's over-under is 24. No, I'm sorry, 21.5, 23.5.
That's low. But this is
20.5. I apologize. 20.5.
I don't want to speak too out of my ass per se. But Indiana, they played Iowa, they scored 16 points, maybe? Was it 18?
I'll tell you right now. They beat Iowa 20-15.
They beat Iowa 20-15. Okay, so they scored 20 points there. Who else? How they played Oregon? They scored 27 points.
30.
Was there any other big time opponent they played?
So the least amount of points they've scored all season is 20 points, and it was at Iowa. They scored 30 against Oregon, 38 against Michigan State, 56 against UCLA, 27 against Penn State, 31 against Wisconsin, 56
27 against Penn State on that Fernando Mendoza drive.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well, they're going to struggle with that defense. Yeah. Ohio State -9.5. For everyone watching this, book it.
All right. Sounds good, sir. That brings an end to our college football conference championship week. I do have a college basketball play that I want to talk about today.
I have some UFC and college basketball also, so you go first.
Okay, so we've been red hot in college basketball. I want to say we are I am 7-1 this week in college basketball.
I am for the season up to this point, just to add to Devin, I'm 40-31 in college basketball.
All right.
Lou,
we're back.
All right, go. We were about to jump into college basketball real quick.
Absolutely not. We're not jumping into college basketball because I'm doing the play of the year.
I knew it. I said it.
Give me Indiana money line.
Oh my God.
Give me Indiana plus 4.5. The truth, Coach Signetti is gonna do what he does best.
I liked
He's
it
gonna
more when
beat
you were
this
frozen.
Ohio State team.
There's a reason why you were frozen and you couldn't talk.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We're taking Mendoza.
No,
This is how he wins the
hold
Heisman.
up, pause, time out.
You.
We are not doing anything.
Okay.
Luis Fernandez.
Luis Fernandez.
Luis
MF
Fernandez.
Picks is giving the play of the year. Indiana money line. You're gonna take it to the bank. This is gonna be the play that we've been waiting for. The public's gonna slam Ohio State. They're gonna get cooked. They're gonna get cooked. Then they could go ahead and win the national championship. But you're not gonna have a 1972 Dolphins in a college football scenario. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna go undefeated. They're not gonna win every game. They need one loss, and this is the one loss.
So something popped up in my brain. So, saying the quarterback for Ohio State is plus 170 to win the Heisman. If you do like Ohio State, instead of laying the minus 200, I would probably bet saying to win the Heisman, because if he wins this
100%.
game, yeah, so you're getting better value there. Yeah, would you not? You would agree?
Yeah.
So
the winner of this game is gonna win the Heisman.
Yeah, but
I agree.
Lou, I know you were frozen, but Sayin made second team All Big Ten, but he's a favorite for the Heisman.
I don't care. Look, I took Sayin to be the Heisman winner at the beginning of the season. So when we had the show that started with Nevin, that he was asking who was, I had put Sayin there.
I put Mendoza.
Give me Mendoza. Give me Kirk Signetti. Give me Indiana by 1 million.
All right. I love it, Lou. Keep to your guns. I love it.
Yeah.
So
It'll make it
what I
for a
was
great
saying,
clip when it hits.
I know.
Or
I
an
know.
awful
If
clip,
not,
whatever this is.
we should do if Ohio State steamrolls.
I just need one.
If Ohio State steamrolls them, we have to do a Luke compilation of the whole year.
Yes.
And think this is the week. This is the week.
Oh, man.
with that crying music, the sad music.
Yeah. The whole screen turns super gray.
So I've had
and Ohio State just keeps scoring.
I've had a crazy run in college football, and it would have been probably 15 units better
without Ohio State.
But we make it
I might have been in the top 1% of handicappers if I included Ohio State on my side.
Jeez. All right. We're gonna go real quick over a college basketball play today. I'm 7-1 on the week, so college basketball's been fire. You have your ladder challenge. I don't know what you're going to take today, but you have been on fire with that. I will be taking Kentucky plus 4.5 at home against Gonzaga tonight. That is my ship it play of the day today. Nico, I know you said you had a couple.
Excuse me. They'll be posted tomorrow. I didn't realize that our loaded college basketball slate is also tomorrow. Such as Duke, Michigan State. Which, if you think
there's no line. There's no line.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it'll be posted tomorrow. But if you think we're taking anything other than Duke tomorrow, you're crazy.
Yeah. Wow. 8-0 versus 9-0. Michigan State at home.
But I do have some UFC.
Okay, let's hear your UFC before we log off here.
So we have a former champion fighting as the featured bout of the night right before the main, the co-main and the main. So we have Brandon Moreno versus Taishiro Taira. We have Brandon Moreno minus 105. That's great value. I think his boxing's way more solidified. He has good scrambling. He has good defense. Taishiro Taira is his first major fight. This is a number one contenders match. Give me the guy that's been there. Give me Brandon Moreno minus 105. And then we have one more that I really like. We're going to parlay Grant Dawson at minus 225. It's a lightweight prospect. He should already be fighting in the top 15. But he said in an interview this week the UFC is going to keep on feeding him lower ranked guys because they're trying to protect their guys at light heavyweight. So we're going to parlay Grant Dawson at minus 225 with the champion Alexandra Pantoja in the co-main event against Josh Van at minus 230 to give us plus 110, I believe. So I think that's the parlay lock of the weekend for the UFC card this week, and then Brandon Moreno will be the straight play.
All right.
I have a two-leg parlay in the UFC. Edson Barboza and Jalen Turner under 1.5 rounds. And then give me Ibo Azian to win plus 159.
Look at this guy. All right. I will be taking Inter Miami to win the cup tomorrow at 2:30. MLS champions. So we'll see what happens.
That's something
all right, boys.
Play for tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Well, you got to win today. And so, don't make it North Texas, please. So, we appreciate everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe all our videos. Catch us on Sunday for the NFL slate, Week 14. It's a jam-packed one. We're going to have some anytime touchdowns. We're going to have some spreads. We're going to have our thoughts on the playoffs, which would be released later that day. Any other comments, concerns, last thoughts?
All right, so we're giving out all these free plays, but if you want our best plays of the days, hit us up for our VIP plays. They're on fire right now, and we're coming to you, giving you guys free money. So reach out to us so we give you guys that VIP plays.
Great job, Lou. I love that.
Go Canes.
All right, boys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
See you guys Sunday.
Good job. Good job.